Hello and welcome. This is just going to be a very quick video again because we just got another update. Even though the game is coming out in a few days, Larian decided that it would be a great idea to give us another small update with no important information at all. Right? But yeah, no, seriously. So there's a few things that are very interesting. Will the power of a Mind Flayer is one of them. So they talk about how the mysterious abilities were when they announced them, blah, blah, blah. Not very important. But they did post this, which is the first time, if I'm not mistaken. While these creatures may be a source of great power, all that they offer comes with a cost. As the parasite hosts, you must make a choice. Will you resist the power and the corruption that comes with them, or will you embrace them, risking your body, mind, and soul to save the realms? Or destroy them. If your desire for power outweighs your concern for the well being of anyone else, or if you simply think psionic levitation would be a really neat party trick, then illicit power may be for you. Illicit powers are a hidden skill tree used to enhance your command over your newfound illicit capabilities. Those who wish to harness the parasite's power must first find more of these parasites throughout the Forgotten Realms. Some can be located inside jars and in pools of brine, others within the skulls of the infected, and then you must consume them. We already know there is a few possible places. There's definitely one on the ship, which I'm guessing is right at the start in the brain, that essentially, until now, you only had the option to make him into the walking brain thing that helps you. Now I'm guessing you can take it. And there is definitely a medic skill check that makes it timid. So now I'm guessing we can just take that illithid. There's another possibility that in the pool that explodes, there might be one, and somehow you might be able to take it out without it exploding. Another possibility is already in the beginning. In chapter 1, there is the dead one, and one of them crawls out. So I'm guessing you can take that one. And then obviously several in the goblin camp. So I think there is at least 5 or 6 that you can get immediately in the first chapter, which is very cool. Each parasite consumed unlocks one new illicit power within a skill tree of 25 powerful Mind Flayer inspired abilities, completely separate to the options you have when you level up in a traditional sense. These are divided into 5 branches themed around manipulation, health restoration, psionics, and abilities that can inflict immense damage and torment enemies to gradually weaken them over time. Some abilities can be used to control those around you, pushing them to say things in dialogue they would otherwise not. Now, this I am very excited about. Others endow you with the power to push and pull enemies like a ragdoll during battle. And another very cool thing is this transformation here. You can even become a displacer beast. The deeper you go through the illicit skill tree, the more powers you will discover, but nothing comes without cost. While your companions can also consume parasites to gain their powers, not everyone in your party will agree to it, and your companion's perception of you can undergo a significant shift based on how you approach this opportunity. Things can also get a bit more complicated, but we won't spoil it. Very interesting. To those who don't know what a displacer beast is, there you can see, I think that's a Starion, or maybe just a character transforming in it. And essentially, it's just a cat, and it has these tentacles on its back. And what it can do is it projects itself as if it was a mirror. So it essentially makes us like a psychic in front of itself. So it looks like it's coming onto you from the front while it is like stalking you from the back. It's really cool. And it has a few other abilities, obviously, but that's very cool. Another thing is, which I'm quite excited about as, a streamer, announcing Baldur's Gate 3 Twitch drops. As you may know, Baldur's Gate 3 has audience interactivity on Twitch, as well as a few options to make the game streamer friendly. But what about the audience? And here we see that from the launch all the way until August 17th, if you watch 2 hours of Baldur's Gate, you get the camp clothing set. The names are very funny. So, Streamhopper loafers, Channeler's trunks, Periwinkle undergarments, and Chatterbox tabard. So obviously I will also have Twitch drops enabled, and I will be doing a very long stream on Friday, not on the launch day, but essentially a day after, because it's weird here in Japan. It's at midnight on Thursday to Friday, but on the Friday following it, I will be doing a long 8 to 10 hour stream, which you can find on my Twitch for the exact days. And we will be going through chapter 1 as quickly as possible. And then we're gonna rush to chapter 2 and then take our time in chapter 2. Then also, if you want to watch, there is a very interesting video about the cast for Baldur's Gate and how the creation of Baldur's Gate went. Then they talk again a little bit about respecting that you can not just respect your own character, but you can also choose to respect your playable companions, which is also very good if you want to change things around. If you're just waiting for a certain level, for example, on your main character and need a support until then, but then after you want to change it. And here we see Lae'zel as a bard, which is very funny, and I am definitely tempted to do that. If that's a possibility, that's very cool. Information about this. So keep in mind that certain origin stories are closely intertwined with their characters' perspective classes. If you're opting for a non-cleric Shadowheart, for example, or Will without his Warlock Pact, this will definitely influence your roleplay options in the dialogue and the overall narrative of the character. But this gives you the option to create your own character, kinda, with like your own little twist on it, which is very cool. This is really, really good. And then we just have the information on launch day with a launch day map. And as you can see, this is it for me. So it's literally Thursday midnight. I sadly have to work on Friday, but the second I come home on Friday, I will be full on streaming. So hopefully I will see you there. They also talk a little bit about cross-save compatibility, which it already is, but it will be on the launch too. So when your PS5, whether you're playing on PC, Mac, or PS5, to upload your save to the cloud and play them on any of those platforms. They also talk a little bit about if it will run on Steam Deck on launch, and they confirm that yes, you will 100% be able to play on your Steam Deck on launch, which is very good. They talk a little bit about the 4K system requirements, confirm that it is able and it will support ultra wide options too for huge, very nice screens, which is very cool. Here you can see a little breakdown. So here the purple color is the 16.9 cutoff, which is really cool. You can see it. And then they also give you a little information. So with a good CPU and a GeForce 360 at least, you can play 1440p at 60 FPS. Native 4K will require double fill rate, so we recommend using a top-end GeForce, so 480 or 490, or AMD equivalent. And with DLSS, you can reach 4K with low requirements thanks to the wizards at NVIDIA, which is really cool. Then we come to Romantic Alchemy, Finding Love in Baldur's Gate. The most important part here is just who and what you can romance. So here we have to offer further clarity on exactly who can romance who in Baldur's Gate 3. We've laid it out in the we've laid it out in the least romantic way possible. A player origin can romance an NPC origin. An NPC origin cannot romance an NPC origin. Played origins cannot romance other player origins. And they explain our relationship system is designed for romancing NPCs only. However, if you and your co-op partner both kiss your monitors at the same time, the static shock you'll experience produces a heart racing effect similar to the feeling of love. If you begin to feel pain or numbness in your limbs, please go to a hospital immediately. Whose line is it anyway? They talk a little bit about the dialogue. We usually, how it works is, this is true for multiplayer too, whoever initiates the conversation, he is essentially kind of the head of the conversation. So you can do it with your main character, but for example, if you think Gale, for example, has better checks, you can use Gale. And it's the same in multiplayer, and they explain this, how it is that it's usually the one that initiates it. And here they are also explained that in multiplayer, you will also have the option to set certain dialogues to private, or your teammates won't be able to listen in on them, which is very good for roleplay. And you can, in some cases, back out of a conversation and re enter it with another character by, but this is only in single player, selecting another member of your party. In others, fate works as it works. So if you picked a character accidentally and he's talking, then sadly, unless you reload, that's what's going to happen. But anyways, that was our update. I that was our update number 22. Uh, Hopefully it's the last one. I don't think they can cram any more information in before the launch. And thank you for watching this video. If you liked the video, like the video. If you dislike the video, dislike the video. Don't forget to subscribe. And don't forget to come to my Twitch when we will be playing a lot of Baldur's Gate 3 one day after launch. Have a very nice morning, day, or evening wherever you are in the world. Goodbye.